The state of Florida has a World War II heritage trail. Daytona Beach has only 2 sites. There's a small exhibit at the Halifax Historical Museum and a plaque at the airport. Neither is adequate to explicitly honor those who have served in our city during World War II. Mary McLeod Bethune has a sidebar in the booklet for the Heritage Trail. It chronicles her many achievements, including her efforts during the war. Her influence at the White House made Daytona Beach home to the second training center for the Women's Auxiliary Army Corps, the WAACs. 20,000 WAACs trained here, bringing in $5 million a month to city coffers. The city needed that influx of cash to survive the abrupt end of tourism after 1941. With 6,000 to 8,000 WAACs training here at any one time, as well as the hundreds of men training at the Halifax Naval Air Station, the impact on the daily life of the city's 23,000 residents was enormous. The need for expanded entertainment venues became obvious, and the city proposed building an annex to their casino on City Island for that specific purpose. That annex is today's City Island Rec Center. Built in late 1943, the annex was funded almost exclusively by the Federal Works Administration. It was reported that Daytona Beach was the only city in Florida with the prospect of getting an outright grant for a venue specifically authorized as a recreation place for service people. Since it would be city property after the war, the city also invested to improve the roof, to add exterior stucco, and to add interior plaster, so it would more closely resemble their casino. At the dedication of the annex, Captain Willis E. Cleaves said, "When you get close to the enemy, you don't need recreation. It's when you're a long way from the battlefront, where you would like to be, that you need recreation to keep up your morale. As beautiful and charming though Daytona Beach is, men and women in uniform here need some place like this to which they can come when off duty." This annex, the City Island Rec Center, was built to honor the needs of the men and women who served here, and it was appreciated by them. Clearly, this building was valued by the City Commission of 1943 as a worthy investment in the city's future. In 1999, the Rec Center was added as a contributing building to the National City Island Historic District, citing its design by local architect Alan J. McDonough. In that document, there is no information on its unique funding source or its stated purpose of supporting the troops stationed here. Perhaps that's why it has been so overlooked and neglected. This plain, boxy building hasn't had adequate care or had its true story fully told. It's been dismissed as irrelevant and too ugly to save. But sometimes unassuming structures are all that remain to honor our history. These structures have value. It's time for the city to honor that value and to declare this property historic. With that declaration, this building could qualify for grant funds to revive it. In a recent City Commission workshop, the focus was on the cost to revive the building, not the value of the building in our city's history. We need to focus on value first, then define a new purpose for the building, because that purpose will drive the real cost. A refreshed rec center could have a small exhibit on World War II and a cafe. Push the tables aside, put a band on the stage, and it could still be used for dancing. It would be a perfect complement to the new Veterans Memorial Plaza that's slated for the riverfront. It would be a fitting way to promote the Charters of Freedom coming to Riverfront Park and the Veterans Museum on the beachside. The rec center could become a profitable, pleasant, and educational destination, a befitting honor specifically for those who served in World War II. If we want a bright future, we need to understand, value, and respect our past. A revitalized rec center belongs in our bright future.